Hey y'all, so I'm going to do a full set as quick as I can, not worry about like getting it very super precise because when I like just worry about like, getting it, right, taking my time, I take like 4 or 5 hours for a full set. But right now I'm gonna just go full on, not think about it and see how long that takes me. Just worry on speed and not really technique and application. Um, so I got my table set up how I would like, and I've been going into sculpting forms, but I'm gonna just try the tips for this video. Next time I could like probably try the forms and just go speed. So square tips, I'm gonna do them like medium long, like this length, maybe a little shorter, or yeah, like this length. All right, so let me start. Oh, you know what? I even forgot to take my e-file. I got everything set up except my e-file, and I need my young nails, table towel. I have a table towel right here that I like to use. This little piece. I'll have that out. And I'm looking for my hand piece. I'm gonna put my hand piece. Right here. Alright. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do speak clear on one, and I'm gonna do cover pink on one because I'm doing two hands. So that'll be that. And let me show you my setup. So this is how I got my table set up, and I'm watching Young Nails Twitch like always. So I got my monitor, my stuff, my paper towel right there, my paper towel right here, so when a client would come, they just like put their hands right here, and that's it. I think that's enough space. I do like to use my nail dust collector, but I've seen like people don't really use that in videos I've seen. And this is just like on the mannequin, so I'm gonna just try it like that, and like I'm gonna take out some of this stuff I have here. I have my brush right here. I'm gonna take out this cuticle pusher. I'm gonna clean my stuff, but cuticle nipper, I don't really need that right now because I don't have cuticles to cut. Got my sanding band prepped, and yeah. Also, I do want to say this, that additional 5% that we're talking about by joining the text community, it applies to every SKU in our assortment except the mystery boxes. The 30% doesn't apply to the mystery boxes, right? Like when you buy a mystery box for 100, you don't get an extra 30% off. So that it's the discount doesn't apply because the mystery boxes are only like 80% off, 75 to 80% off. So those are maxed out. But it will apply even to blowouts. So like when we do blowouts, we bring down the price to like a lot of times to cost. Sometimes we have done this below cost, and I mean that. I'm not just saying that. We will actually bring it down below cost. We're losing money, but we would rather get it in your hands and get something for it so that we can invest that money instead of it sitting on our shelves. It doesn't make any sense. So, but that additional 5% will cover it. So it's gonna get each count that we I don't know. Hold on. See, this was taking my time. Where's my pen? And then Marty. Oh, my pen is. That's about getting Black Friday. That's awesome. On your wish list, put everything that you possibly want, because yeah, there's some good deals. It's gonna be some KSV. Security, what is a swag bag? We did a
the longer nails. Maybe too much therapy today. I don't know. No, if you're doing those really long nails, then yeah, maybe go with a larger brush. Sure. I still like the Witcher brush for those nails because you can still pick up those big holes. But I think sometimes when you go with too big of a brush, you can get too much product, and you can get product on the skin. You can get marmor on the skin. So you have to be really, really careful with those extra large brushes. I mean, I really believe you can do a long nail, extra long nail with Craig's signature brush. So, but I mean, it is definitely something to think about. Just so you know.
Does the texting community apply to Canadian type nail art Twitter? I'm not sure. Try to text us and see. And I'm not 100%. I think it might, but again, I'm not sure here. And Karen, this is a great question. And also, Karen and I were talking about pricing just before the stream, so this can flow into what Karen has done. I think this will be great for all the pros that are on right now. So Lindsay wants to know, Karen,
Oh, look, that's my question.
help on pricing. I don't know how many sets I can get out of the products I have. I use 95% Young Nail.
That's my question, yo.
Okay. So,
Listen to the answer.
People ask this question a lot. How much can I get out of, one container of powder? It's really hard to say how many sets that you're going to get from that because it depends. Are you using? Sorry, you guys, my nose is getting all sinus in here.
All good.
If you're doing fills all day long, if you're doing full sets, it's really going to depend on what you're doing all day long. So you're going to get a lot of services out of even just the 45 gram powders. You're going to get a ton of services. As for pricing, let me tell you. So because I actually forget where my prices are now. Because like literally November 1st, I raised my prices. Okay, and you guys, I always say this is the best time to raise your prices because A, your clients are not going to go anywhere else during the holidays. They're not going to try to find another nail tech. B, most other nail techs are going to be booked up this time of year anyways, so they're not going to be able to find somewhere. So this is the time to raise your prices. You're not going to lose your clients. Yeah, so if you haven't yet, now is the time. Put your notice up, let your clients know that you're raising your prices. Now, I raised my prices a year ago in November.
I love it.
Nobody batted an eye a year ago. But this year, I was like, shouldn't I? I just raised them last year. But I was like, you know what? With everything that's going on with the economy right now, groceries are going up, gas is going up, like all of our expenses are going up. I know my rent on my salon is going to go up again in February. That's when I renew my lease, and it goes up every year. So even just raising a little bit, even if it's a couple of dollars, raise your prices. I go with the $5 increments because for me that's just easier to remember. I like to keep things in those, easy to add up numbers. I don't like the 2 and 3s. I feel like that's a little bit harder. But yeah, you guys, now is the time. Raise your prices. Raise them.
And so, like, just think about that, guys. A year ago, Karen raised them $5, and then this year she raised them again $5. So there's just this consistent, everything going on right now. Yes, prices have gone up, and customers have not batted an eye. I think, Karen, you told me that some customers were like, finally, right?
I mean, I think they're seeing everything else in the world going up, and they're like, oh, okay, well, I guess, you're raising your prices too. Everything else is, so you might as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And I told them, $5 across the board. All of my basic service prices are going up $5. And I actually had a couple of clients say, that's it? I mean, I can raise them more if you want to, but...
Yeah. And then Lindsay also wanted to know, are you comfortable sharing your pricing, Karen?
Sure. Yeah, I just have to look at my list and remember where I'm at. Honestly, you guys, a lot of times I just go with what's in my app because I forget in my head. So, right here.
And first time chat, welcome, Resek Queen. Thank you. Hi, first time in chat. Can you ship to Mexico? We are not shipping to Mexico, but we are working on something for Mexico. So be a little patient with us. We are working on something.
Okay, so what I've raised my prices to, so my full sets are starting at $95. My basic, oops, where am I at here? My basic
Write this shit
fills.
down.
Oh, these are not right. These are my old prices, like my old prices. Where did they go? So let's see. I'll give you a ballpark. My fills were 60. My rebalances were 65. Let's see, and I charge the same for acrylic and hard gel.
Yep.
Either. My gel manicures were 55. If you had nothing on your nails coming in for a gel manicure, I charge 50 because it just takes me a little bit longer to change out the color than just from a full set. So I do a little bit less for that.
Got it.
Yeah. So those are my kind of my basic prices.
Nice. Got it. Nice. I hope that helped, Lindsay. Guess what I found going through nail stuff? If packed when I moved, say how long ago? Blue Lion package acrylic products. Wow. Oh my God, that's some old school stuff right there.
I still got mine too.
Do you really? Oh my gosh, no way.
I even have the old packaging.
The clear jar with the blue top? Oh,
no, I don't remember.
Oh yeah, we used to have a clear jar.
I don't remember clear jars.
This was like long, like that's crazy, Karen. Oh my gosh, that's so insane.
You know, I like nostalgic kind of stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, I've got my other.
You just fill the bulk powders in there and then that's cool.
After a while though, like sometimes you get like kind of chunks around the edges or something, but
clean it.
Yeah, clean it out, pick it out. I like it.
H10 Love wanted to share. My daughter had her 15 party and it was beautiful. We did dance fight song. She's a leukemia survivor. That is amazing.
That is celebration then.
That is hell yeah celebration. So.
When working with a client, you would. All right, they finished.
And happy birthday.
And yes, absolutely happy birthday.
When working with a client, you want to put like the.
Karen, exactly. Denise loves nails. I noticed a couple price increases, but I feel you're not jumping prices incrementally. We did, like over the last, I think from 2019 till now, or 18, we had a couple, but they were very, very small. Very small. And prior to that, it's been like 15 years. No.
I don't think, since I started using Young Nails in probably 2007,
Yeah.
I do not remember there ever being a price increase until recently.
Correct.
I was like, I don't know how this company manages this, but okay.
Yeah, we had price increases over the years, obviously. Like our shipping from UPS gets increased every single year. And
I got my swipe.
the majority of our shipments are over $50. People take advantage of that, $50 free shipping. So we pay for the shipping on the bulk of all of our orders. And it just keeps going up, right? So we haven't increased prices. But I'm talking 6-7% every year from the UPS. From like 3% up to like 7% they raise. And then the rest of our products. But we hadn't done it since, actually it was earlier than that. Let me see. I started in 2000.
All right, so I'm gonna glue the tips on now.
Joe Purchase, can you tell me at least if there's an acrylic brush in one of the mystery boxes, please, so I don't buy all this brush and get one? Cannot tell you anything about what is it.
So I'm writing my time
That's what we can tell you.
I know. And, like,
real quick. It's like a few seconds. You just write it. So.
This is for everybody. Like, I want you guys to understand. Like,
you don't have Young Nails on Twitch, add them on Twitch.
Well, I'll tell you this. In the mystery boxes, there's going to be a lot of newness. I can't tell you which boxes or which ones.
See, that one's too small.
Number two,
I'm gonna try this one.
if you happen to buy something and it's doubled up in the mystery box, you have to understand and remember. Like, let's just use the small mystery box for example.
And last time I wasn't using,
$100
I wasn't trying to use the tips because they wasn't sticking. But I'm like, maybe it was just.
I mean, there's chances are there's not going to be a brush. I don't know. I'm not going to say anything. Okay. Let me just say this. This is really hard to explain. I think you're tricking me right now, Joe.
You need to stop talking.
See, it's not gluing.
Okay.
Reese's gonna call you after the stream. Habib, what are we talking about?
Back of my head. The thing is that you have to remember, like, okay.
See, it's not gluing, and I don't know if it's the glue.
Like, you shouldn't just have
I gotta ask them here.
brush, but you got that one at like nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like virtually like nothing. So it's when we're discounting it that much, you got to remember it's virtually impossible for us to know if you're gonna something and if you're gonna double up. You may double up, but you got such a good deal on the other one. It's like it's almost like a
It
wild.
wouldn't even worth it. She was spending the money on.
Yes, exactly. Greg would tell us, right? Everybody's like, Greg would tell us, what's in it.
Okay, that's why he's not on.
Yeah, maybe that's why it's not on. Thank you. Just throwing this out there, a black and white zipper hoodie would be
So I'm just typing like my Young Nails brush on glue is not like gluing.
So, just so you are aware of that. We're gonna get a wish list going.
No, it's on, but
Okay. Shout out, sorry, because we've had some
let me charge my laptop. Hold on.
Let's see here. Sorry, guys. Okay. So, I got through that. Okay. Fanny Love 10, thank you so much for the 2 months. Dem Nails, 100 bits. Thank you. Mel's Crafting, thank you for 5 months. 5 months went so fast. Thanks for all you do. Grateful for YN. Hopefully to start an enthusiast social media account soon to boost my quality of life. Yo, Mel Crafting, you should definitely start your nail enthusiast social media account. 100%. Yes.
Do they?
Beachy one, thank you for the 2 gifted subs, and Meme69, thank you for the gifted sub.
All right,
Very
9.
nice, guys. Shells Nails, thank you for another gifted
This
sub.
is number 8.
Fabby 0461.
Let me just try it. I don't know if I want to try
Thank
this
you
one.
for the 5 months. 5 months, yeah, baby. I love you guys. Get well soon. Those who are sick, and Habib, stay healthy. Thank you. It's very kind. I will definitely try to.
This one's crunchy as fuck.
Absolute 22. Thank you for the 11 months. Almost
It's mad crunchy.
With everyone, birthday month and Black Friday sale. Super exciting month. Absolutely happy birthday to you. Lindsay M, 10 bits. Thank you.
This is not working.
Bits. Country Lady, 4662. Thank you for the 6 months. We've got
Let me see this one.
Nail Girl Nest. Congratulations.
It's like you see this. If this happens with a client,
$25 YN gift card, and you should use that during Black Friday. It's a
you gotta know how to work with it. This shit don't want to work.
That's good timing. That is good timing.
Ruth Rubio, thank you for the 4 months, and Jessa Marie Nails Beauty, thank you for the 5 months, guys. Thank you for the subscriptions, and everybody that follows us. I cannot tell you how much we appreciate you. That is
It's
real.
not working either.
We really are very appreciative, and everybody on YouTube, there's 42 of you on there right now. Come over to Twitch, please, because you can redeem channel points, you can participate in all of those giveaways that we do. They only happen on Twitch. It is the way to go. We'd love to have you over on Twitch. Okay, so could we have a sneak peek as last year for the boxes? No.
You can see it.
All right, that one's gluing. Number 8.
Yeah, we can show you what we did last year, and they're going to be different.
When you do that, like number 8, you could like skip 7, maybe 6. Let me try 4 because 4 is like a lot. I use 4 a lot.
I think it's under accessories. And then, let me see. If you scroll, yeah, go down. Go to
Yeah,
the
what's for
accessories
this
tab, and
one?
then scroll down onto merch. And you will
This
see all
one.
merch that we have on. We've got hoodies, we've got hats, trucker hats, We have some Trust the Process shirts, the YN Heart shirt, which is one of my favorites. The YN hoodies, we still have those, dude. Those are I'm telling you, those are the best, man.
So soft.
They're so good. So we do have those.
My young nails glue be working, but sometimes it don't. Like
wait, it'll work out.
right now, it's okay.
Oh yeah. No, thank you for that, Gigi, KK, and full transparency. It is also why we do that. Like we're Black Friday for us is about giving you value to existing customers, and then also it's about trying to bring in some new customers, definitely, through these insane deals. And hopefully you'll enjoy the content, you'll join us on lives, you'll be a part of the community as well. That is 100% why we do it. That's what makes you guys the best. Thank you.
C4. You see this shit, man?
I want to say this too. Like, I was talking about this yesterday.
It's not working.
35% that we do, Karen, is
I don't know.
it's not like a trick, right? Like you'll see.
Let me try this one. Let me see if this shit works.
I see nail companies, not just nail companies, but I also see just
before it's too big.
Who like they keep their prices really high when they have these like ongoing 80% sale, 75% sale, and I'm sure you get a good price, but I think it's I don't like the I don't know. There's a little bit of like trickery. I feel like a lot of times companies try to do, and for us, we have our salon prices. These are the prices. It's what you pay on a day-to-day basis. Like if you need the products, we always say don't wait for sales. Get the products, get them in. You'll make up during sales. You can stock up. But this is a real 35% off of like, in my opinion, I know I'm biased, but the highest quality nail products, professional products you can ever get on the market. So really excited about it. Icy Lady Habib, we need a YN app, please. We actually looked into that, and it was crazy. Like actually doing an app, there has to be a real reason to move you guys over. So like the technology now with websites on mobile, the way that they conform to mobile is so good that you almost don't need your own app, unless we're going to give you guys something special within that app and give you a reason to go in the app to make purchases. Outside of that, they work so well. Like an Amazon is different. That's a whole world. So like they contain that, you go in. But even I can just go to the website, Amazon.com. I can just go to Amazon.com and utilize that. A lot of times I do that on desktop. But we have looked into it.
See, when I'm trying to like, this is what I was trying to do. Maybe it's just these tips, and I need some new tips.
Crazy expensive, and I would rather pass discounts on to you guys than like investing in this, paying an insanely high monthly fee and not be able to offer discounts as much. I would prefer to just have a really good fluid mobile app and still give you guys like the crazy discounts and crazy deals. For me, that's a lot more important.
This one is not working. I don't like it.
Totally.
Trash.
Karen is awesome. She got me started with YN.
Oh, who is this?
That's Corey Reitz. She said she worked with you in Vegas.
Hi, Corey.
You know Corey?
I do, yeah. I worked right across the salon from her.
Nice.
Yeah. Corey, I hope you're doing well, and hopefully you're still doing nails. I think you probably are.
Will the 5% come off when we order, or do we need to do something to claim it? No. So, as long as you join the texting community, and by the way, we had some people ask how do you join. It's right there on our
This shit
screen.
is blowing minds.
714-274-7223. It's right there on the screen. Text us, and on the night the sale starts, we're gonna only text. You have to be a part of the texting community. That's why. If you're not part of the texting community, you're not gonna get.
All right, hold on, y'all.
And
Let me stop at
you get this code that
12:37.
you can use during Black Friday. Okay. the texting community. So you've got to be. That's the truth.
All right. The glue is like
And
not working.
I will say this: if you are a business owner yourself, you understand. Us business owners, and it doesn't matter if you're a nail tech with your own operation to a company that does hundreds of employees. It's the same feeling of like you want to do everything, you want to control everything. I want everything to go my way. I want to do it like this, and I did that for many years. I was a control freak, and I tried to control every part of the business.
All right, so I don't think I opened this one yet because it looks kind of like new. The thing, and I had etched the inside of the tip.
Messages are going through, guys. Sorry, it's just the chat moves so freaking quick. It really does move very fast. Jessa, we got a question here. Karen, me and my boyfriend both suffer from ingrown nails on our feet. Is there anything we can do to stop ingrown? I see on YouTube people put cotton under the nails, but it looks super painful. Any tips?
So I think the cotton trick it's kind of a very outdated kind of thing. My best recommendation is when you're trimming your toenails, make sure that you're getting all the way into those corners of them. I know people say keep them square. I actually like to keep them a little bit rounded, but again, when you're cutting, okay, so this is the nail. Make sure that you're cutting all the way down past that corner, because a lot of times what happens is people will trim, and this part of the nail is kind of, how do I show this? It's kind of encased in the skin a little bit, and people don't put it all the way down into here, so they end up cutting to about here, and then it leaves this little corner of the nail, and that's what starts to get ingrown. So make sure that you're trimming all the way to the edge.
All right, this one they said so I've had these for almost a year. It's like coming up to a year in a couple weeks.
Because a lot of times, again, those little corners or those edges will get stuck
So
in the skin.
this one I think is brand new, so I'm gonna put a note on it.
And then the nail can't get up over that callus, and then it just grows back down into the skin. So really watch as you're trimming the nail.
See, that one is not.
A really clean edge, that you're not leaving any sharp corners on the sides, and just let it grow out. All right, people, you look like you're giggling over there.
Yeah, because Ocean Dreams just chatted. I may or may not be I just let you have it on monitor. That's funny.
And is it snowing where you're at, Ocean Dreams? Did I see that right? That's
no
not
way,
right.
because Ocean Dreams is San Diego,
I think is she Arizona?
Oh, maybe it's Arizona. Sorry.
It's not even snowing in Minnesota here. It's been in the 70s this week. Now it's down to like 50s, but it's crazy.
Jorge, let's wrap up with the raffle.
All right, so we are going to close the entries right now. Okay. So let's pick a winner. And the winner is Crystal Copeland, 1978. Crystal Copeland, 1978.
So they just did a raffle giveaway.
Singing the song?
All right. Let me make a note on this one. I'll make sure it's closed.
I'm tired, man.
This seems like the newest one.
Your snugnnesses are kind of kicking in. You sound a lot different now than when we started.
So I stopped, but I'm gonna just put like 5 minutes right now.
Earlier today I was drinking my tea, but I'm out.
Therese 1979 is watching Price is Right on screen. One of the prizes is a Manny and Petty for a year. Damn!
Oh,
That's a good one.
I want to know what the price on that one is. I'm curious. Wait for a year.
This one looks next
Let's see
to
here.
me.
Yesterday, do we have Sassy Nails question, Jorge, from yesterday? About creating simplicity in a menu. Oh, that's right. So,
Yeah, I have the question.
Yeah, can you ask the
It's
question?
kind of gunky.
Yeah, so it was Habib worked for a school creating new clinic for nail schools to practice on live people. Love to hear thoughts on how to keep menus super simple, both for students and clients.
Paraffin, any other kind
All right.
of things like that.
I do have a nail tip cutter, but I'm gonna try this one. And I'm gonna just do it like, this one's annoying me. Maybe like a middle finger.
Offer acrylics, do acrylics and gels, whatever. Have a section for fills, start with fill sets, fills, rebalances, and then let's see. Where
I don't
else?
like this tip.
Gel manicures.
Hold on, yeah, I am so sorry. This is where I need my stuff set up.
My curtains
All
are
right.
also a lot of the afternoon because I get the afternoon sun in here, and just make sure that it's not anywhere near your UV light. It's not anywhere near your sunlight, and even some table lights give off a little bit of a UV or an LED. So kind of be cautious of that. But yeah, once it's cured, got it.
Couple more here. So Fabi, how to get a tier 3 sub. I think you have to do it through Destiny in order to do that. And if you do that, and I would go on YouTube. I know it sounds like but this is how I figure out everything. I'm not kidding you. Go to YouTube and say how to do tier 3 sub how to upgrade to tier 3 sub on Twitch. Tier 3, you earn double channel points, and that is a great way to go. And then also best top code for mission control. Karen.
It really depends on what you like. You can use the stain resistant if you need a stain resistant. If you're somebody who doesn't want to wipe off a tacky surface, use the ultimate finish. I personally like the consistency of the manicure top coat. I like the shine of it, and for me it's a little bit thinner. So it's a personal preference, whatever you like to use.
1D, we will definitely look at that for a nice deep purple. We'll check it out. And then top coat over fiber gel. Which top coat?
All right, almost done.
With fiber gel, I tend to like the manicure because it's a soft gel. It's going to go and work very well with the fiber gel as a soft gel.
I like to have like my stuff in like a certain like trays and stuff.
Some nails I've had it cracked.
Just put it there.
I've had really good luck. I think if you're
This pen goes right here.
a little bit more, or if your client has
All right, I'm gonna go in with the.
thicker nail to begin with, you'll be okay with the stain resistant. But again, you can use the ultimate finish as well. It's again kind of up to you.
Okay.
Use it at 6,000.
I thought we answered the question. Go ahead and repost it real quick. Go ahead and put it in all caps. I've passed it a million times. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to laugh. Like, I'm genuinely like, I'm sorry. It's like, the thing moves so fast, man. Go ahead and put it right now, please. Grab your question, put it in right now. We're going to answer it right now. Okay, I'm at the bottom of the chat. So, please put it in. YouTube has everything, including everything you need.
I usually like to blend it like real good, but I'm gonna try not to do that this time.
Oh, I think you're talking to me. Yeah, I'm gonna be leaving after this.
Are you leaving?
Yeah, I got my boo-boo to recover from.
What? What?
And he has to go find his wallet too.
Yeah, go back to Walmart.
Mhm.
Habib, Boho, Bell, and I do jobs at YM. Retire from Swan, please, and thank you. Hey, you guys, you're in San Diego. Oh no, you're in Arizona. But like, when I'm telling you guys right now, as we continue to Habib, I text the number and said Habib said that you could tell us what's in the box, and we replied, coming soon with a warehouse picture in the background. Oh, that's a good one.
Jeanette, good job, Jeanette.
Boho Bell, I read it. I saw it. Okay, Flower, here we go. I just finished my hours of services at school and saved my nails practically. While at school, some of the teachers who I did nails on asked me about my info so I could continue to do their nails continuously. They're used to paying $25 for a full set, $18 per fill. How do I tell them that's not going to be my prices? Also, how much should I charge? Great.
Okay, yeah. So if they're at the school and they're paying those prices, I'm assuming they're going to realize that those are school prices, okay? And if they're not, if they're not understanding that, just let them know that when you do start at your salon, these will be my prices. It's not the school prices anymore. I'm graduated, I'm licensed, I'm official, I'm a professional now, so they are going to be higher prices. When determining your prices, I would say start by kind of looking at what else is in the area and then go a little higher. But yeah, see what kind of the competitive prices are, but then also see what you need to make on an hourly basis. So when I first started as a renter, you guys, I had no idea what I was doing, no clue. And so what I did was I sat down and I listed out like all of my expenses that I needed, to pay for in the week, the month, whatever. And I made sure that my prices were so like hourly, I could make enough to cover those prices and make what I wanted to make. So I don't like to say you need to start out at $50 because that may not be practical for you. You may need to start higher, you may need to start lower, but you need to figure out what your budget is and what you need to bring in to cover your expenses and to make it.
Yeah, and here's another thing too, flowers and nails. I see also you've been doing nails prior to school, so like you have experience, right? Like you said you're doing it at home or family or whatever. But here's the thing, like the people that are going to school to get their nails done, those are types of customers they're very budget conscious, which is fine, and they want to pay that price. But it's just a matter of like saying, like, no matter how bad you want to bring them over as customers, they may not come because if you're price 50, like Karen is saying, sorry, you just have to be okay with them saying, oh, that's too expensive for me. Can you bring it down to 30? No, I can't. I can't. I'm so sorry. Fine. Let me know whenever you're ready. And then they may not be your clients. You're going to have to find other clients that are going to pay, especially if you're doing nails and they have experience and you're not just starting fresh. So
I think that really is one of the big challenges with pricing and being your own boss. If you're going to go into a rental situation, clients are going to come in and they're going to ask for those discounts. Why they do it in this industry, I don't know, but they feel like they can ask for a discount. And you need to be firm. You need to say, I'm sorry, these are my prices. Can you offer sales from time to time? Absolutely. Can you give maybe like a $5 discount for a new client? Absolutely. But keep your prices and be strong about your prices. This is my income. This is what pays my bills. This is what provides for my family. This is what takes care of me. And it's not just a hobby. It's not just, oh, I'm just doing nails for fun. This is my job. These are my prices. You're not going to go to the grocery store and say, can I get a discount on the milk today? No. We are a business. And we as independent nail techs need to be strong about it, and it's okay to tell your clients no. And if they want to go somewhere else, they're welcome to do that. And you'll be fine. I promise. You'll be fine.
someone was asking about a moment ago, CLB nails, ideas on how to check out on my own. I'm sick of being commission-based, getting burned out with the walk-in salon scene. Karen, this is a great question. Karen,
Yeah. If you're in the burnt out situation, it is time for a change. And I would say first of all, start with a conversation with your current salon owner. Because if you like the salon, you like the people that you work with, and you don't necessarily want to move, start with just a conversation with the salon owner. See if you can, increase your commission or if there's other commission, maybe if you sell retail, then you can get a commission from that. See if there's any way that you can up your income at that salon. If there's not, then it's definitely time to start looking somewhere else. Okay, what was the question?
No. There's a lot of questions. We're trying to get all the questions. Got a lot of great questions today, by the way. So please, we'll try to get as many as we can. If we can't, bring them onto Discord. Please bring them onto Discord. Okay?
You can always message me on Discord too.
But just somebody is sick of being commission based. They're getting burned out with the walk-in salon scene. So basically, Studio B, what I'm hearing is wants to clientele like you, Karen. Like basically, instead of walk-ins and it's random people building their own clientele that with repeat customers coming in, so much more stable. But like how
Alright.
how to do that? From going to commission, you know, moving over.
If you're
118
trying to go to like a rental situation,
Start
suite, renting a station at a salon,
application.
having your own business, again, start with your own budget.
I'm gonna have my
What do you need your
bottle
prices to be
open.
at? What are you
Let me
wanting your
replay
income
this.
to be? Because I think a lot of times when people are in a commission
I'll have this
situation,
open.
the salon is providing everything for them. They don't think.
I like
about all
to
those
dip my
expenses.
brush
So
in a little bit before I use
you're
it.
gonna be providing all of your own products.
So I'm gonna use the
tools,
Model
your
1's
tools,
nail prep dehydrator and nail primer because
all
this
of
is
these
a
things.
mannequin and
So
I don't want to
make
use
sure
my
that you
young nail
budget
stuff.
all of that together.
This is just
figure out your
practice, but who
pricing.
knows? My cousin gave me
But then
this
also think
nail
about
prep, but I
the
think
other
it's a little
expenses. How much
old,
are you able to afford
like
for
past its
rent?
open date.
How much are you able to afford for maybe?
So I don't know if I'm gonna use it, but I'll use it on my mannequin for sure.
Like that.
Alright.
Insurance, licensing,
Hold on.
all healthcare, all of these other kind of things that are going to be in.
And at some point, I was just like, yo, I gotta stop
But
filing so much.
building
Like,
that
I'm doing
clientele,
too much.
hopefully you
Let me
already
just
have a good clientele
move
that
on to
may
the next
follow you.
one.
They may or may not, so be prepared for that. So if you don't have any kind of a backup, if you don't have any kind of savings, maybe work a little bit to get to that point where you have that backup.
I like my blue towel with my young nails
And
table
in the
towel
meantime,
on top.
Work your social media, work those clients, work those, get your name out there so you can build that clientele so that you do have people coming in.
Alright, I'm gonna do cover pink on this
Is
side.
I'm sure we've got this.
If I got my primer, I like to put the primer on the whole tip sometimes.
Your social media marketing.
I'm gonna do
to
it on
bring
this
more people
one
to
just
your
cause.
social media sites.
Yeah.
And that way, that'll bring in more clientele too.
100%. Like it's a big. It's not an easy like going out on your own. It's a big step. But like it's going to take time to build clientele, and maybe you can pull some of the clients from your existing if you have a few regulars there, and maybe they can come over. It's not easy. You're running your own business. You're in charge of inventory. You're in charge of marketing and everything. But watch those marketing videos. We've put out so many great videos on how to build a clientele through marketing, through old school methods.
This one has a
that
bubble
we've used
right
that have been very
there.
Successful. Watch those videos. Go to our YouTube. Watch those videos.
I just want to get to it.
One thing, can I add really quick?
Yeah, of course.
A lot of times people think that just because they were doing great in a commission salon, they don't think about that business aspect of it when you are self-employed. I personally took a day, so I took Mondays as my day of business day. That was my day to, order my products, to go through my books, to, do whatever business kind of stuff I needed to without clients in between.
And I like to
Because
angle
there's
this
a lot that you
down.
need to do as a business owner that.
And I love listening to young nails. Like, they have they tell you so much.
Within your week or
I've learned so much from them.
Whatever, but plan time in your schedule for the
I like
business.
tips. It's like a love-hate relationship with tips
Couple
because
shout-outs, guys,
hold
really
on.
quick. We've got LJM.
it's like a love-hate relationship with tips because it's like the foundation is already there, right? But gluing the tips, sizing them, like blending them, that's like you already saw. Like that shit was a struggle. My glue wasn't working. I need to purchase some more glue. They're actually gonna give me a new one, but it's like I can't do this every year. So I have to make sure I keep track of the date I open the glue. I'm gonna write it down. I bought this new marker, this Sharpie marker.
Text us too. Like that's another community where we can get in touch with us. Oh my god.
What happened?
I just saw W2 Dasher. Holy mackerel. Miss Eva, thank you for the 3 months, and then W2 Dasher gifting out 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much, W2 Dasher. That's amazing. Thank you guys. Guys, have an amazing weekend.
Oh, they're done.
Monday morning, join us. We're gonna start talking products.
So you see how I
So much.
Bye, guys.
applied it on this one? I'm gonna apply it on this one next, and then just wait for that to set a little bit. I'm gonna wait for that to set a little bit. And I like to go on the top right here with the tip of the brush. Then go with the body of the brush, the belly. And just pat it down. It's a little warm in here. Not crazy, but it's not cold in here. So it's setting just good. The hotter it is, the quicker your acrylic will set. The colder it is, the slower your acrylic will set. And I really want to practice the baby, you know, her boxing, her box nails. And I also, with the client, I put 2 to 3 coats of the primer. Myself, I put 2 to 3 coats. What you can do is put a coat, start your application. Right before you go on the application, you put another coat. A friend of mine told me that. This one was too small, so I'm gonna have to put another one on the, see if I could drag this down. Drag it down, drag it down. It's not gonna drag down. And oh my gosh, RIP Takeoff. That shit is just crazy. Like, cannot leave somewhere without gun violence. Right there. I like to apply it right where the tip is. That's like where your stress area is, right there. You don't want the tip to break. And I actually gotta fix my pinky nail because one of my kids popped it. And I'll do that after this, but like, I'm not trying to think too much about the application, but I still am working on my application, you know. It's kind of in between. I don't know what to do. And just focus on these nails. This is Cover Pink, and I have a lot of Cover Pink. I need to buy other colors, which is what I'm gonna do on Black Friday. And I did a sculpted set the other day, and I really like it. It's like, sculpted is just like you're building the tip, right? But with the tip, it's like you already got that flat foundation, you know, you don't gotta worry about the acrylic, you know, you're going like that to pull it up to the sidewall, but it's a lot of work with just doing this in general. And I used to not like really practice much with acrylic because my mom, she'll just like be bitching OD about the acrylic smell. So I would like wait a few seconds before I put it down. And then apply it right close to the cuticle area. Brush it. Going with the tip of the brush like this. And I really like this hand because it helps you work that acrylic into the cuticle area. Like you practice a lot. Then you go on the sides. You don't want your acrylic to dry too quick. That's a problem I have sometimes, like when you work a little too slow, the acrylic is already setting. And you gotta work a little extra hard to get it to smooth. I like the Young Nails brush because it's like you keep the nail thin, like because it's like pointed oval. It's not like super wide, so it's not like you have a wide thick nail all around. Like you keep it, you know, if I don't know how to explain it. Like you just keep it in the middle where you're supposed to be, not like on the whole nail. I'm just turning the finger to the side. I'm gonna put that there. Swipe the sides and the top right there like that. Then swipe the bottom of the nail. Go back on the top. Pat, pat, pat. And go down on the nail. Just swipe it. Need a little cuticle bead, like that small. Still need an apex, but a little bit more apex. When it's setting a little, you kind of want to use a little more pressure, especially with that body, the belly of the brush. A little more pressure to get that, you know, to go where you want it to go. That's how it works for me. So I'm gonna drain out a little bit, like medium small. You kind of want the cuticle bead a little more liquidy, like wet, so it could like go in there like butter. I really like this Dap and Dish. My friend got it for me. She was at the nail supply and she got it for me. It's this Dap and Dish. You can see it. You can see my stuff. I usually have my acrylic and powder kind of hold on, I'm gonna work on the next one. Like the other way, like the monomer down here and the acrylic over there. But I kind of like this way. Wipe it. You see how I like to brush it down, I notice. So it could already like blend while I work on the other pieces, because that's what I struggle with. Like sometimes I go too slow and like this bottom part is like hard to to blend. So I'm like wiping the sides, trying to keep the product more in the middle of the nail. Get another bead. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. See how I brushed that down? So I could brush the left and the right side. Then pat the top part. Pat it so you could blend it into the nail. Then wipe, wipe, wipe. Side, left, right. Then go to the middle. Wipe the right side, wipe the left side. I like to do that because it keeps the, if you don't want the box shape, it keeps the acrylic more in the middle, midline of the nail. Which is what I like, and I like to like go like that to my powder. I'm gonna get a small bead, small, medium. Put it right here at the cuticle, brush it down. And I like this Young Nails brush because you could get in the cuticle area. I have some other brushes, they're more like flat. You can't really get in the cuticle that smoothly. Alright, that's that. I'm going with like another medium-ish small. Brush that down. Go in with the tip of the brush, like that. Just when I practice with my Young Nails. Like I bought a lot of like cheaper acrylic just to practice with it because I didn't want to use like more expensive quality stuff while practicing. Big mistake. I spent my money on that. Plus I bought the quality stuff that I really wanted to use from the beginning. Spending more money because I should have just bought that at the beginning. But right now, like, you would not see me buy anything just cheap just to get by. Like, it's better to just practice with the quality stuff. Because when you do it on the client, you're gonna use the quality stuff. So might as well just practice with it. Kind of want to go a little quicker with my application. It's like what I'm saying, like I kind of like be too careful sometimes. Just what I want to work on. I like to brush back when you do it like that. It blends it better. Helps the shape better. Then just drag this down a little bit. With the tip, you drag it down. And drag back up. And you can drag down. See, if I let it go too much, it's harder to blend it. If I let it set too much. There's like a ledge. I gotta put a bead right there. 1, 2, 3. And I don't like to just put it on because it's like when you put it on and it be too wet, you just be like wiping it. Just keep wiping off the acrylic. So I like to let it set so it can have some shape to the nail. And I don't have to keep going with the wet bead, wet bead, wet bead. Let me see more products. Yeah, I wasn't gonna bring my kids to daycare today, but I was like, y'all need to go to daycare. Let me just put one of these nails. Let me see what her nails is like. You know what? I'm gonna listen to some Biz Talk. Biz Talk. Your nails. Look at my video right there. I almost got 2,000. Hee hee. Let's do this one. I don't think I listened to this one yet. All right. 3. Look, apply, start application. I need to check what time did I start. The next one is gonna be quicker, y'all. I swear. I'm gonna just slap that shit on. But then it's like if your application is really good, you have to do minimal filing. You know what I mean? With good application, you have to do minimal filing, which is a time saver, but then it's like, yeah, you take a little, you know, not too crazy long, but you spend some time instead of just slapping it on. And then it's like when you work with like encapsulating, you have to just go fast so it's not setting before you put it on.
Into your business.
I don't know why this wasn't playing.
In today's video, we're going to talk about the truth about nail speed. Is faster better? Should you take your time?
All right, I need to put some on the tip.
Right now on BizTalk. Ooh, this one is going to be a heated subject, I think.
I have been beat up, man.
I know.
Subject.
I know. We've seen a lot of comments come through. I think there's a lot.
Use the tip of the brush to work this bottom part down.
We definitely want to clarify that, but also we want to make sure to give you accurate, good information that you can take into your business, okay? And kind of lay it out, the truth about, we've seen people talk about, should I charge for time? Should I charge per 30 minutes? Or designs, or
There's
exactly.
so many different ways of doing it.
So many different ways of doing it. And then on top of that, you know, you shouldn't, we've seen posts on social media about like, you should take your time and quality costs money.
Normalize 3.5-hour sets.
Yeah, let's normalize 3.5-hour sets.
Okay. Or let's normalize 30-minute sets.
We've seen that
okay.
too. Dude, we've seen it all.
But yes, and I think what people misunderstand with us,
Right side,
has been beat
left
up,
side.
is they think I'm against the 3.5-hour set.
Right, which you
I'm
are
not.
clearly
So not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What is it that you are against?
I am against you not making money.
Exactly.
So it has to do with what you're charging, not how fast you're going, right? And is
Small
your client
bead.
happy on top of that? So I don't care if you do a 3.5-hour set, you could not have a happy client. And I don't care that you did a 30-minute set, you could not have a happy client, right? Because if it looks like garbage either way at the end, you're not going to have it happen. So it's about making the client happy, and you made your potential, right? You knew your worth and you made your potential. That's what I'm talking about.
Like so let me just give an example here, okay? If I came to you, Tracy,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, "Oh, Tracy, I take 6 hours to do a set of nails." What is the first question you're going to ask me?
What do you charge?
Exactly.
Yeah. And unless you're new,
Unless you're new.
I'm gonna be like, oh, it took me 5.5, 5. Yeah. Don't please don't stress about that.
Let's say I'm established,
Okay.
and I've been doing this a while, right? So if I say to you, it takes me 6 hours, 6.5, whatever it is, 6 hours to do a set of nails, the first question you're going to ask is, how much do you charge?
Now I wouldn't ask that because it might seem rude, but obviously if you're talking to me about it, you're wanting my input.
Well, yeah, if I ask your input, let's assume those things,
Yeah.
that I'm asking your input.
I had a mentor, or a person that was trying to be a mentor at the time, come to me and tell me exactly that. It took me 6 hours, and these nails were
Insanely beautiful.
insanely gorgeous. So I imagine if you're taking 6 hours, you put a lot of work into it, right? So I asked her, "Did you charge?"
Yeah,
She charged $120
right,
for 6 hours,
right.
and she's like, "That's not bad. That's $20 an hour." And I said, "Actually, it's not good for her expertise,
Right.
right? And your 50% commission. You made $10 an
Let me
hour."
take that an hour.
Now, you could have given that client a beautiful blue liquid art with blue mylar, blue glitter, because they were going on vacation,
Sure.
or whatever. The client probably would have been just as happy. It would have took you an hour. You would have charged X amount, and you would have made X amount. And it was like a light bulb to her. Like, she never thought about it that way. Now, her client was happy, yes, but her income, she can't make a living that way.
That's right.
And this is her job. It's what she wants to do for a business.
Correct.
You got to look at it this way. It is a business.
Right.
This
right.
is where I have a problem. Not that she took 6 hours to do the nails, because looking at those nails,
Beautiful.
3D, insane. I like talent.
Insanely talented.
Yeah. So that the 6 hours, I had no issue with. Now, what I wanted to do, like, grab her was,
Because of what she charged. So if I said to you, like, hey, I take 12 hours to do, I have one client a month, and it takes me 12 hours, but I charge $10,000, you'd be like,
Right.
high five all day long.
do they have a sister?
I'm going to steal your client.
Yeah. No, actually, because I would never want to take 12 hours on a set.
Of course.
Because
For 10 grand though?
I don't know my patience,
One
man.
time
I
a
know,
month.
you're right. I would have to figure it out. I would be like biting
figure
at
it
the bit. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was like, oh my God, this is painful. But it's because I don't enjoy those kind of sets. And that's another thing people have to understand. I know people, good friends, that enjoy those sets. And I love their work. And they're charging their worth. I don't have the patience. I don't
Yeah.
have the patience.
So when we talk about time,
Right now, I'm just trying to get this tip to look good, because
like,
sometimes my
we
tip be
want
too
to
not
guide
even.
somebody in the right direction. Okay, somebody that's starting out, or even somebody that's been doing nails a while, but is struggling and financially. That's something that we have to look at. We have to analyze their nail business, and one of the areas of analysis is going to be it's never time alone. It's time and money. How fast, how much,
Yeah.
right? Like those things have to go together. If that formula makes sense of how long plus how much is like ding 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 ding, yo, you're making good money, well then you're good to go.
There's
Right.
no need to discuss. And sometimes, even when talking to people that maybe take 6 hours to do a set, we'll start talking to them, and what we figure, why can't it go any faster? Well, so I'm imagining that was mostly art. I'm like, well, it took me an hour for prep. Okay, now we can talk.
Yeah.
We need to have a conversation because it shouldn't take that. You know, what are we doing? What things are we repeating that we can take out that we can bring you maybe even down to 5 hours? Now, you still should be charging the same amount for that design where you're making money and you're charging your worth. You know, but hey, we can shave sometimes. So there is sometimes room for improvement. Now,
Sure.
sometimes it's not the set, it's usually the artwork that takes a while. And what I would say is let's not worry about normalizing 30 minutes. Let's not worry about normalizing 3.5 hours. Let's normalize us making income.
Yes, let's normalize us making an income. That is the biggest overlooked area. We're talking about time. We're talking about let's normalize this, that. In the end, if this is going to be your profession, what we need to normalize is you've got to make good money to support yourself, your family. Like, it needs to be a good job, like a good business that you can actually not have the stresses, the financial stresses. Like, it's the worst. You know what I mean? You're trying to work and you're not making enough money, but then you're doing 2-3 hour sets, and it's like it's crowding you. Like, the stress is too much.
And if we're working in the salon together, right? And obviously, I like to do more, not literal art, right? And more glitter, things like that.
Abstract.
Abstract. And I like to do things, you know. I think what people misunderstand too. I don't say I'm going to do this fill in 30 minutes, and once 30 minutes is done, it's done.
Get out.
And it's like, no, I want the nails to look nice, so I'm going to make them, but when I was in salon, especially doing it over and over, my time frame was done. Now, if
All right.
I was doing a 6 hour
How
set,
long did that
I'm
freaking take
working
me?
the way I love to work, right? At the
I
end
need
of
to
the day,
slap the
we
next
should
one on and
compare
speak
notes
clear, so
of
it's gonna be a
income
little
that should
better.
be
118,
the same.
151,
Yes.
So
application,
I did 6 to 8 clients or whatever in
done,
6 hours, and you did
cover,
It
pink.
should be comparable,
Next,
right?
A
I
lot
already
of
did
people
primer and
are gonna
all.
say,
Let me
"Oh,
close this up.
Tracy, Habib, like, come on, one client's gonna pay that much money for, well
I
then,
know people.
exactly.
I know some amazing nail techs, and you know what? What's funny is they'll post sometimes their prices and like how long it took, and they'll do these shots, really cool shots, and people will chew them up. Chew the full clientele.
Talking about time.
All right, this is speak clear now, y'all.
You need to improve your efficiency. People somehow, some way, automatically think that it's like, well, that means that they're just not good nails. You know, like the quality goes down.
versus quantity.
Yeah,
Quality versus
but we're talking about quality and like we're talking about both.
it
Like,
can be both.
you can have speed and you can have exceptional quality nails, 100%, right?
Again, how do we determine that? If we think we're doing quality nails, but we've been in the industry for
So you see, I applied it on that finger. Now I'm gonna go next. Wait for that one to set up a little bit.
And they don't come back, or they come back once and they don't come back, and we're just constantly.
That's something my friend showed
Not
me
that
too,
sometimes
like-
people, things rub off.
Sure.
We're
We're not talking about that though.
No, but you notice, like, I'm always struggling to fill my books. I can't get clients.
That's something my friend told me, like,
We gotta talk about quality.
apply it on one, then go to the next one, then go back to like the first one. I'm picking up kind of small beads too.
There's someone that's doing 6 hour sets, and they're fully booked, and they're charging obviously they're doing quality sets too.
I've seen nail techs on social media, talking about that they do these like pretty amazing, extravagant, very detailed nails. It takes them 3 to 3.5 hours. I've seen it.
And you can see why.
You can see why they're beautiful, and they charge for them
And I like to angle the finger down.
I would have asked that person in that town because prices were posted, so I don't know how much she's making. That is the only question. Is like, cool, you're fully booked. I just, you're profitable. Like you're making money, you're comfortable. And if her answer was like 100% being like, yeah, then it's like,
And
good
we've
for you.
talked to those people, right? And you know that they're being sincere because it's not even a stutter. Like it's not even a thought. Like 100%. Oh yeah, I'm making my money.
Exactly.
And there's nothing wrong with us making money with what we love to do. So yeah, again, normalize us
Making money.
getting our piece.
Exactly. It's why you're. It's like when you pick a career, you have to make money. Like when you get into the nail business to become a nail technician, that part, it's like, and if you're an artistic creative person, yes, make sure you can express your more artistic tendencies and create beautiful nails. Plus, it's not or, it's plus make money. So you have to put that business part in there. I will tell you from my own experience, not making money, man, sucks. Not making money and struggling in a
You
career
could drain the
like
bead
we're
too.
talking about right now, it sucks. And it is the worst, most painful thing. And then going from not making money to a business that makes money because you made hard decisions, because you trimmed the fat, so to speak, increased prices, which is what we had to do in the very, very beginning with certain customers. We had to increase prices, and like, no, this is what we're worth. Oh my god, it was like, okay, now like this is like, it's such a huge difference, Trace.
And I like that Young Nails self levels. Like if you have a bump, it's if you know how to apply the next bead correctly, the bump will go away.
We gotta tweak it. We gotta change that up. Like there is no reason you can't do what you love.
And I used to like apply the acrylic, then wipe the brush off. Sometimes you don't really need to do that. And that's how they taught it in school. Like you put the acrylic down and you wipe your brush right after. I found that it's better if I just apply it and work with it right away. If your brush has too much monomer, then yeah, you can wipe it, but I don't do that all the time. 1, 2, 3. Wait until it like sets up a little. This is Speed Clear. I like to press it down to get all over the nail. Wipe the edges first. My brush is a little gunked up. You don't really notice. I can see it though. One, 2, 3. Put it like where the tip is right there. Wipe the sides, left and right. Left and right. Go on the tip, the top part. Blend that with the tip of your brush. Left and right. Left and right. Go in the middle. Left and right. Left and right. Go in the middle. Right there is like a great apex. I just need to apply some more acrylic. 2, 3. Small, medium bead right where the cuticle area is. Brush that down. Right, left, the tip right there.
I think
Blend that.
clear. You have to look at facts. Okay.
We'll go to the next one.
Opinions
Get like a
market in the
big bead.
like
1,
so you have to
2, 3. I like to get a big bead when like your apex is flat, because that big bead is like gonna be your apex. So then you apply it right there, wipe the right and the left side. See how it's like setting? And you go to like the top, press the top, and that's where you get your apex at. If it's too watery, you're gonna have to put so many beads there. You can see how I got the bump now. 1, 2, 3.
Possibly both.
Possibly both. Exactly. So that is really the bottom line, is it not?
It's total bottom line. Like, again, let's normalize just charging our worth, and sometimes we don't see our progress. It's a bottom line. So you need to figure out what everybody else is making, work it over yourself to that standard. Decide what business model you want to follow, but as long as you're making more money,
Yeah, we're happy for you. That's the key, and that's the point that is being made. That's the truth about nail speed. Is your timing, how much money you making, is the customer happy? Those are three things to look at. As long as you do that, we think that you're going to be really crazy.
Right there, I don't know if y'all can see that.
Thank you guys.
It's like a
See you next time.
dip. I'm gonna apply it backwards. Brush this left and right side up. Brush it up, brush it up. Brush the very tip down. One, 2, 3. Medium sized bead. I'm gonna apply that right at that hump, going backwards. Press the brush down, right and left side. Bring the tip of this bead down like that with the tip, and go back up. You can look at it from the side, it's already set. Use the body of your brush, the belly, and brush downwards. One, 2, 3. Small bead. Small bead. One, 2, 3.
Does practice actually make perfect when we talk about doing nails?
You can see I love listening to Young Nails, y'all.
this is a good topic because there are. I used to think one way about practice. Okay, I have a completely different perspective on practice today, but we see this quite a bit. I've seen it on the community. People talking about like, I'm just getting started. How do I go about practicing? How much should I practice? Asking these questions. But obviously, people need to practice. You have to practice any craft. So like we know that. The question is, how much? Like, what type of strategy?
The small bead.
would you
I need it right
recommend for
here.
someone that's getting started, or even if you're a veteran, but you're jumping into a brand new like skill, like let's say you don't do dip out, now you're gonna dip, or you don't do gel. But let's start with beginners. Like, what's a good strategy for practicing? What did you do in your early days as a young male tech trace? And then you ask them, is it pay me at the end of it, correct? Or they didn't pay you? You don't remember?
Well, my mother, no, she did not pay me because she
Wait a
she
second.
burned me. So I was
That's,
like,
listen, this is business.
no,
Okay?
okay.
This is business, Mom.
Mom did not pay. Again, gave life.
If I was her agent,
Gave life.
if I was her agent, I am not only charging her, taxing her. Because that's, mothers need to be supportive. Don't, please don't.
Because other people, yes, I did. I not. Let me clarify. I wouldn't be like, that's $60. I would hope, hey, if you can give me 20, that helps cover the cost of the product,
Yeah.
And I'm talking about when I'm working at home, like and practicing before I really full
Full force and stuff.
yeah.
Well, okay, so then how did you divvy up your, like, so your practice was practicing on people, family, and friends. I'm
Now,
assuming
it
that's
was great training. All you have is this stupid little finger.
Yeah,
Horrible.
good for the nose, though. I don't know where that came from. Okay, not good for the nose, just kidding, not good for the nose. No, thanks, just kidding. Well, anyway.
Do you need me here?
That's gonna keep going. So would you practice on those fingers? I mean, that's all.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I had because the important thing is you're practicing.
Yeah.
And I even had a plastic mat that I practiced just picking up pearls and
Just
placing
laying
it
it
down. So it didn't always have to be a nail, but yeah, or myself, or my husband. Anything I can, yeah, it's more important to practice on this to not practice
At all. But how would you kind of, was it like, okay, I'm not doing people? Because even though you're barely charging them, still, it's terrifying. If, like, you're just starting, yeah, man, that is terrifying.
And
Yeah.
you're doing usually family, so that's always
The judgment is big.
yeah.
What are you
I
doing?
get to see them afterwards, and I have to look at the things I did. Yeah. So no, but you have to do it.
Gotta do it.
You gotta just jump because if you don't take that jump, then in 2 months you're gonna be in that exact same spot, and in 6 months, exact same spot. You're never gonna get past it. So you have to start. It's like going to the gym. You have to start sometime.
Yeah. Would you recommend, what's more important? Like, if like today, like, why don't you give me a recommendation? If you were like Habib,
Quit.
quit and open up your own salon, Habib, right? You're just a genius business owner. Get in the back end of that salon and make it work. Would it be, so today we've got the hands. So Habib, spend this much time a day just doing, like, okay, I'm gonna start with the curly Tracy. So give me a strategy. Lay it out for me. Am I gonna go like do an hour a day on the hand, or he's looking at me like so judging, and then like get somebody in the chair every day so that you can practice on a real person?
If you could get a person in your chair every day, that would be great.
That's ideal.
That's ideal. If you're just starting, that might be hard to do.
Yeah. Could you? Actually, she does.
That sounds-
Like it very
It would
funny.
be like 1 year. I don't know.
It's like a half
58.
Could you get? I mean, you could get 2 trainer hands. You could set them up, and you could be like, okay, I'm gonna time myself. I'm gonna go 4 sets.
And I'm gonna tell you, if you guys have the trainer hands, don't do all 5 fingers. This is what we do here at WC. Do the 4. The trainer hand is way harder to do than a real person. If you can do the trainer hand, you can literally, when you go to do a real person, you're like, oh my god.
Really?
Yeah. Way.
Why?
Because the foams don't like to stick to the plastic so well. You have to cleanse it really nicely. You don't form all 10 fingers like you normally would because the hands fall down, or you rest it and the forms go crooked. Nobody's fingers are that big. I mean, it's great
Wow.
compared to not having anybody. It's like the next best thing. But if you can do Sally, call her Sally,
Yeah.
you can do it. People at OWC, and like Coach Dean and Gleek, they'll start practicing on each
Each
other,
other.
and then it's so much easier.
Dude, I think that's what you want. You want a certain level of frustration that you have to overcome using a trainer hand, so that by the time you do work on a person, you're like, oh, you're gonna be more relaxed. It's gonna be easier. I love that.
Yeah, so when you're doing her for timing, not when you're practicing, do all 5 fingers. When you're timing yourself, just do the 4 because it's about equal to doing a real hand. The hands are about 10.
Oh, interesting. Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So you just go 4 and 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very equal too.
And so this is a great and so look, you can get a trainer hand. Obviously, we sell trainer hands. You can get it from us. You can get it from somebody else. I know there's one type that is sold on Amazon that's not good. Don't get that one.
Tips don't stick.
The tips don't stick, right? I mean, ours is not cheap, but what a great investment. And if somebody else has a good one, I'm not saying buy ours, like get whatever one you get, but what a great tool to actually start practicing. And the fact that Tracy's saying it is more difficult, that is what you want, because now you're going to build confidence, and then when you get to a real person and you're like, oh my gosh, like that's a big thing.
Then you should practice on yourself for a couple
Right.
different reasons. You're gonna now have the feel of a real hand. It is harder to do yourself, especially opposite hand. But the main part of practicing on yourself is you learn how things feel. Electrifying especially is really important. That's why sometimes I almost think it's harder for men to learn the electrofile than women, unless they actually practice on themselves, because we are so afraid of the electrofile that when we go to a real person, we're like so gentle and we're like barely using it, and then when we do ourselves, we're like, oh, it's not a big deal, or oh, they said not go back and forth, and I did, and now I have this lovely mark on my, yeah, you learn like, oh, that hurt, or oh, that
That's huge. So practice hands, great. Practice on yourself, great. Now I'm gonna bring up.
So it's coming out more bulky than what I'd like. I just have to move on.
Feared, probably for nail techs. You tell me if I'm right or wrong on this, Tracy.
doing your toes, huge fear, huge.
Doing your toes is not what I was gonna say, but we'll get to that. What I was gonna say is consistently, with discipline, timing yourself. So the way that I visualize this is, it's like, let's say you're practicing basketball, right? And I'm just gonna stand at the free throw line, shoot free throws. I'm just gonna chill, and then I'm gonna go behind the free throw line, take my time. When you get in a real game, you're gonna get smashed because
People move.
people move, and the clock is decision to move on. So like, if I have no time limit, I'm gonna look at a nail and I'm gonna be like, I can get a little bit more here. Let me fix this part here. Wait a second, I get that more straight. More perfect. More perfect. More perfect. Like you're gonna go crazy, and then you're thinking, I'm gonna make this the most perfect single nail on the planet, dude. You got it.
Realize how she has 9 more fingers.
Yes.
Yeah.
You gotta move on.
You have to move on, and that's what I keep on talking with the OPC.
Yeah.
But that is what the structure with it is we want you to go home and not be able to not say, well, I can do one finger.
Right.
I want you to be able to do salon success, beautiful, all 10 fingers on a customer.
Right.
And that doesn't mean you might not leave here doing it in an hour, but you might should have. And it was taking 5 hours.
Right.
No matter what, your time's coming down, and that's what we practice over and over. So what you need practicing is, first of all, undivided attention.
Look at this pinky.
This,
I didn't even work on this pinky.
if you're working in salad, the trainer hand, it's still a customer. The phone is aside, all the noise is tuned out. Real life situation, start to finish.
Yeah. Yeah. And you need to. You have to practice those like situations,
Yeah.
right? Of like, okay, when I give myself, let's say you sit down to do like, let's say a full set of umbrellas, right? With glitter, maybe 2 glitters, glitter fade or something. You should, I mean, assuming that you have the technique down and you understand the technique, right? Now you're moving on to timing. You have to like, I'm gonna flip the timer on. I'm not answering my texts. I'm not looking at Instagram. I'm not looking at social media. If somebody calls, I'll call them back like I have a real client in front of me.
She will never know. You'll never figure out the time.
Dude,
If you don't.
and then when you get into a salon or you look at a peer-to-peer bill, and if it takes you 6 hours, like the client's gonna be like, dude, get me out of here.
Yeah, exactly. And what I see a lot of, and I think it's a great idea to do. I see so many practice beautifully long nails.
Sure.
High art. It's great.
Beautiful.
Please practice that, especially if that's what you specialize in. But we also, when you're first starting, let's start with the practical. Let's start with the meat,
Yeah.
right, of nails and what most people are going to need in salon. And then let's practice that other stuff that's on top of it. Get the basics down.
Yeah.
And I think Greg talks about fundamentals.
Fundamentals.
Get that down, and then let's go into these hopefully get those down.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, in anything in life, right? You can't jump to step 10 before you get through 1, 2. Like I've always wanted in our business. I've always wanted like amazing
You can see how I keep looking at it sideways.
scanners and I actually tried doing that like years ago when we weren't ready for it because we didn't have the fundamentals of our business. You know, when it came to operations, they weren't solid. You know, like some of these basic rules of organization within a warehouse. So when I tried to jump to step 10 and get some technology, it didn't work.
Chaos.
It was full chaos. I ordered those scanners, it didn't work. So we ended up just forget it. Let's not do this. Long way down the road.
All right.
Now we have it. That's because, you know, it's like we had to go through all these things, build up our some different last names. It's the same thing. Baby steps. I love the way you talk about this. I was talking about the concept of like a white nail. And it's not so much that maybe in the salon you're not going to be doing them because they're not maybe hugely popular right now. You think the trend's going to go, it's probably come back. Right now, you know, you might see like
me just go. Hold on.
I guarantee your builder style is going to be the best out there if you can do micro. So it's just the process. It's what do you call it? It's basically it's a just mind you're training your brain
Yeah.
to take it each one to the next step.
Right, exactly. It's a really the way that you guys teach in that course. We've been doing it for, I mean, ever since we had to stop last year, but since 2009, or I don't even know, it's over 10 years. You learn like that perfect sort of like step by step process. Like one builds into the next, then builds into the next, then builds into the next. Right? Patience. Yeah.
It all makes sense.
It's like people are like, do you want to make, basic videos, for YouTube? And okay, do you know how to like just cut, shoot a basic video, cut, edit? No. Okay, learn that first. Go on to YouTube. Just learn the basics of just loading up video, and before you can get to the effects, transitions, and color grading, and
Should I get the $5,000 camera? Let's go practice on the iPhone.
dude, I tell everybody that this is, first of all, like these are really good enough. Do not get it. Use your phone first, figure it out, and then get the phone.
Well, that's the
All right.
and I told people like you might think this is crazy, except that I will spend hours practicing the camera first. I still practice yeah, but if you have the control of it, that was easy. Overlay is super easy. You have the overlay. Now we have the concept. Now we move into sculpting. So it's and another thing I will say about practicing. There are things that you can see, right? That are cheap that the trainer hands are not really sure. But I will get messages of people like, can I just use a cheap product that I don't plan on using in my engine to practice, and then I don't recommend it.
Yeah.
Use a product. I've used cheap products to
So it's 2:24 right now. 2:24 p.m.
The thing is that if you're gonna spend
Application
don't want to start with
done. You see, that was 30 minutes less than this application. Speed clear. Now I'm gonna start filing, and I'm gonna use a tapered fine bit. I like this to see the cuticle. I'm gonna use it at 12,000 RPMs. I wanna look at something.
In today's video, we're going to talk about the truth about
The fall nail trends. All right. I like to file with the e-file. Once you learn how to do that, I should wear my mask.
On today's episode of the Biz Talk, we're going to talk about fall nail trends, shapes, sizes, colors, everything that you need to know. Gracie, this is a great episode for me.
Look at my poor hand. I'm usually so careful.
Colors, trends, nail shapes. I don't even know why we're doing this episode. I could provide all the info, and everybody would walk away with that. So why are you doing that?
Not sure.
Not sure until later. What a disaster of an episode that was.
I think you got this. I think you got it. You know.
Color, I'm especially because we've been doing a lot of live, not we, you have been doing a lot of live mixing on Twitch, and there's been huge requests for fall colors, right? So I'm seeing the oranges and like yellow and some darker, colors, and then there's this beautiful like gray that you pulled out. Should I not say that? Is that a new color we're coming out with? It's a new color we're coming out with. I love it. But yeah, so like these darker, but the oranges that you've been using are brighter with some pop, and so I'm actually very curious on your opinion of where fall nails 2022 color shapes, designs, where does it kind of sit with you? Let's start with color. What colors are you loving right now for fall 2022?
So, I mean, again, you kind of explained, you've got your standard falls, right? You
Right.
got your oranges, you got your beiges, you got your warm tones. But what I'm seeing a lot of is cool tones. And this is what we're going to be kind of focusing on in our next collections is, and the past several, 2-3 collections, we have definitely focused on warm and just, even though they're the brights, they're the warm brights, right? These were going cool. That's
So,
cool tones.
I mean, typically speaking, isn't it kind of the little reversies, right?
Little reversies.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even winter, because we're talking fall, winter,
Right.
you can go into those icy tones.
Got it.
And even with like burgundies and stuff like that, there's warmer tones, there's cooler tones, and we're really focusing on the cool.
That's what that was. It was like that icy, like
Mm.
gray, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I saw it and I was like,
Yeah. I'm in
it's like-
love with that color.
it's like perfect.
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful gray. And again, I never thought I could get excited about color so much, but I find myself always calling out colors now when I see them. You know what I mean? Like, ooh, that's a so-and-so with a bit of this and a tinge of that. Trying to like figure it out. It's like a puzzle for me. But the fall, so you're seeing cooler tones coming into the fall.
Yep.
And I've noticed a lot of the mixes we've been doing, there's this one color that we have in our glitter line. It's called Awesome Sauce.
Awesome sauce, yeah.
This like insane orange.
It's like the perfect, like this orange, but fire orange. Like it's
Fire.
got a lot of gold yellow to it, and it's just, it's bright. Even though it's a fall color, it's got this a spark.
Yes.
It's got a spark to it. That's so pretty.
Definitely has a spark and a punch. It's like even looking at it in the little glass delivery module. Is it a pepper shaker or what is it? It's technical name is delivery unit. Even in that, it has a pop and a punch, but it screams fall.
Yeah.
Like 100%. So
And then of course,
salty sweet. Explain that color, because you use it on every mix.
it's like the perfect beigey champagne color that tones any. So you can buy all these summer colors, right?
Right.
But you can tone them down. You know, we get a lot of people that ask for certain colors that maybe we don't carry. Like, I want a peach, or I want this pink, but I don't want it that bright. And it's like, okay, how do we tone it down? So you can take your standard glitters that you've been using, and now let's convert them to fall, which we can do with something like Salty Sweet. It brings down the tone. It makes it more fall. You bring in something like Numero Uno, which is a very fine glitter.
What color is it?
It's an iridescent white glitter.
Got it.
It has like a little gold spark to it. You mix those in with the brights, and now you've toned it down.
Yeah.
And then it's fall.
Do you see like yellows at all? Like, because when I think of like
100%.
fall versus fall leaves, and I think fall leaves, and I'm imagining what are those? Are they sycamore leaves? No. Just like the standard. Looks like a hand. Is this fall design?
A maple?
Maple. Thank you. That's it. Maple. This is my maple leaf. Look.
Totally nailed it. I got it. I got maple.
Yeah, and I'm just seeing all those colors, but yellows as well.
Mustard yellow.
Yeah, mustard
Yeah,
yellow.
love and mustard yellow.
Yeah.
So great for this time of year.
What about in? Let's go to like specific types of nail art. Is there anything that you're seeing? Types of designs or that you
Illusional.
like? It is now. We're calling it
Illusional ombres.
So what is that?
That's so Greg did a great one. Remember, so you're ombre-ing, and then he did this. It's kind of an illusion of a smile line that reverses the ombre at the tip. So you got one fun ombre at top, and then at the bottom, it's on the flip side.
Oh, trippy.
Yeah, it's very cool, and I'm seeing all kinds of amazing. And what's cool about it is it's a pretty fairly simple design. So now people are doing a lot of just like doing it and then swiping it away, so it's not necessarily a smile line, but you got these curves of these different reverse ombres.
Whoa.
Yeah, very cool.
So fall colors combined with that should give you clients.
And I love that, by the way.
Nice. Of course, I'm gonna mention marbling. It always works, right?
Smoky marble. Yeah. I mean, could be finally like, what? Marbling.
Well, we had so much in our content that I was like, let's do something else. But it always works.
It always works. It's a great background. It's too, I mean, you can do it straight. Yeah.
What about dimensional? Would you, I mean, dimensional I know always works, but is that typically, like, you can go fall colors with dimension?
Fall colors, cool tones, like dimension, like, have at it. It's the color, I own jewelry almost, like,
Yeah.
if you just, again, it's kind of an illusion, right? Because if
Yeah.
you do your dimension right, it's got this floaty effect. So
Depth.
cool.
You got that depth.
Yeah.
It looks insane.
Yeah.
And then let's talk a little bit about maybe shapes. Are there any particular shapes right now that are hot, that are kind of on trend, combined with these colors for fall? Or are there like fall typical shapes? Like, are people going, hey, in the summer I'm going with this, and then fall I'm gonna tone them down a little? Or
Longer. People typically, or at least my clientele, always went longer for the holidays.
oh yeah, okay.
Summer, you're busy, right? You're working a lawn, you're on your boat, you're whatever, you're active.
You're out and about.
Yeah, so we're fall, winter, it's like you got parties, you want a little more length, I'm definitely seeing the sleek, not so stiletto, more almond, but longer almond, coffins, of course, a lot of coffins. I've seen little a couple of those.
Really, like coming back?
Yeah, they're trying to bring that back.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I'm not a fan. Okay, myself. If you like Duckbill, that's fine. Don't get mad at me. It's
No.
It's not a favorite of mine
Some
though.
people, I love stilettos, and some people hate them. So what makes them look great? We all have different tastes.
Exactly. Is that something where you're gonna have to go to a particular tech, right? Because let me just ask you this question. If you were in the salon right now and somebody came in and said, this is kind of hot right now, I want these, would you do them? Would you do the Duckbills?
Yes and no.
Interesting. I never thought you would ever say that.
Do I need clientele?
What's that?
Do I need the clientele?
Oh, okay. Let's say you need the clientele.
Then I better practice things. If it's popular in my area, right now, that doesn't have to be just randomly. I probably would practice and do that. If I know, like, you know what, this is pretty popular in our area. I'm seeing it trending, and I need clientele, and I don't want to turn clientele around. I'm gonna be practicing my look. It's not my favorite look, and now if I have a clientele, which I did when it came to, a while back ago, I refused to do them because it just, I didn't need to. I didn't need to, and I didn't care for it. Not that every design or every shape that I ever do, I'm a fan of, but
Right.
that one just really, I did not like.
Just rubbed you the wrong way.
Yeah, it's not a thing.
So then, let me ask you this, because I think this is a really important question. Okay, if the trend, if there are structural issues with the nail, for example, okay, like the duckbill nails. Let's say they're coming back right now. This is trends. We have to talk about this. I don't know for sure, but I imagine there's going to be some structural issues with the nails potentially, support-wise. How do you even do that? Is that something you can explain to your clients? Well, first of all, let's ask that. Are there some structural issues with the nail being duckbill? Like when we say duckbill, the nail, typical nail goes like this, and they flare out.
Yeah,
like
and
that.
you have a flare, and then you got duckbill. So flare is just a slight
Slight.
flare out,
Oh.
right? In fact, Melissa used to do those, and they were very pretty. Like she did flare.
Okay.
She didn't do full. But when I met her, that's all she pretty much did was
Flare.
flare. So and then you have more string. And again, I don't mean this is going to be the hot trend. I'm just seeing. I'm seeing it. I'm noticing. So any nail can have structural problems, just like a stiletto. If you don't do a stiletto correctly,
Sure.
right?
Sure.
If you have a very long nail, you have more nail free edge than you have nail body. It's always usually a no-no.
So how do you compensate? How do you structure a duckbill correctly? From the nature of the nail going out, you have to make some adjustments,
You
right?
got to make sure that structure is good because you have a heavier free edge
Right.
than you do a nail body. So you have to. They're big and thicker.
Yeah.
And then you taper the tips and you make it right. But that's definitely something you want. I've seen ones done very well. Again, not my favorite shape, but done very well. We're not structural.
If I wanted to start a trend, I've already got that. If I want to start a new trend, where the nail is like, how do I explain this? Like it's like a,
This was a maple, so I don't know.
it's like a fork almost, like let's say it's like two little mini stilettos in one nail. Could you do that?
Literally seen that.
Have you really? I'm like thinking, that'd be kind of cool. I'd have like 10 little stilettos,
Like
like
the little knives on your nails.
kind of little knives.
I need the clientele. That's what I always want to ask myself. Do I need the clientele?
I think though that is such a great answer because it's something that everyone, you have to ask. Like in the beginning of our business, we took on a lot of customers, a lot that maybe distributors that were not nice to us, were very mean, but it covered the bills for the time being.
Not the ideal clientele.
Not the ideal clientele, and they would, whatever nail trends were going on, they would come to us and say, we need this right now, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, okay, we have to do it.
Yeah.
We have to find it and do it now because we need this business. And so I think that's something that maybe a lot of techs are not, like, maybe too often nail technicians, professional, are like, well, I'm going to do what I want. This is my business. And I can make the choice. And you can do that, but yes, but you may suffer financially in the meantime. Like, you got to kind of play that a little bit of what's happening in the market. This is why we talk about trends. This is why we talk about the colors, the glitters, the shapes, the sizes. Is what is going on right now? Do I need to make any adjustments in my nail business, to accommodate temporarily based on needing clientele.
What's going to bring me income? I just, it reminded me of it. I kind of binge watched Bar Rescue this weekend.
Such a great show.
Yeah. And, you know, there was a guy in Sacramento, Old Town Sacramento. I don't know if you've ever been there. It's cool
Yeah.
place. But he had a sports bar there that was not doing well. And the guy's like, first of all, Sacramento is not a sports town. Have the Kings, right?
Right.
But it's really, he was mostly baseball. He's like, what baseball team are you guys? You know, first of all, you're in Old Town Sacramento, which is all about haunting and all this stuff, and you've got a sports bar. But the guy was at first holding on to it. This is what my business, this is what I want. What is going to make you money?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's going to make you money?
There has to be a balance of like, when you go into business, you have to understand your market. If you're a local business, you have to understand your local market, what trends, what is coming through. That is a part of it. Now, we're not saying completely do everything that, you know, like become almost a like you have to bow to your marketplace 1,000%. No, but you have to be smart about it, and you have to have an understanding, and also become unemotional about what trends are happening. You know?
Sometimes I'm not a customer goes right. Sometimes we have to make the customer happy. If a trend that I don't like to do makes the customer happy, and I also need the income,
Correct.
I'm gonna do it.
It's that basic of demand. You know, if you have insane demand and you have a full clientele and you have a waiting list, well, guess what? You get to call the shots. Pretty much like all the way through.
Yeah, you get to whittle. That's what we always talk about, right? I don't know how we went down this with fall trends, but we talk about that a lot, right? You build your clientele, and then you can start removing people that maybe are not so nice to you, that tend to not show up. Like, you get to whittle and conform it to what you want. I offer acrylics, I offer gels, I offer all this stuff, that I want to be a gel expert.
Right.
Now I'm starting to convert people, making my clientele what I want.
I love that. I think it's all. I think all this information is important, like trends and what you do with your business, how you make decisions, what nails are you going to do. All of it is important in the end for your business, and that's what we talk about it. Let us know in the comments below your thoughts on fall trends, whether it's shapes, sizes, colors, nails, designs. You want to hear about it. See you next time on Biz Talk.
Subscribe channel.
Want to register for an LLC in Fort Easy Step? I got you. Go to Taylor Brands and you'll officially sell your business. Step 1. Choose the state you want to run your business in. I'm choosing Jersey. Step 2. Enter your business name to check if it's a...
Hey guys, we got a great biz talk for you today. What not to do in the salon business. This is a rewind, but it's a great episode. Hope you enjoy it. Today on the biz talk, we're going to talk about what you should not ever be doing when it comes to your salon business, when it comes to listening to what a lot of people out there are saying. We're going to tell you what you shouldn't do right now on the biz talk. This is an interesting topic that I'm very excited about discussing today.
I'm interested.
You curious?
I am.
I want to really talk about what you should not do. The single most important thing I'm going to say is you probably shouldn't listen to anything anyone says to heart. Like, down to every little... Like, you shouldn't take it to the point of like, oh my gosh, that's the answer, I'm going to do it. Even stuff that we say here, okay? What I prefer you do is you start executing daily and figure out what works for you in your business, okay? Part of the problem that I see is there's a lot of people in the industry, I'm going to speak about nails, that basically say you should do X, Y, and Z. Even myself, right? I do that.
We have a guideline.
We do. We have a
follow,
guideline.
but-
Exactly. But ultimately, it's just a guideline. That's it. It's just a guideline. Nothing will get done and nothing will work exactly how anybody tells you when they give you a piece of advice. Business
Where's this
advice.
brush at?
It never works out just like that. Like, you
I'm looking for this other brush.
have to go out and do things consistently every single day, and you've got to execute to your maximum potential, and that's the only thing that will ever help you in your business, salon, nail, influencer, Instagram success, whatever you're trying to accomplish. It's the only thing that will actually work. Ideas don't mean anything. Advice doesn't mean anything. If there's one biz talk that you're actually going to listen to, just like turn it off right now. Just shut it off and just go start doing and executing against your plan. And there's probably a lot of you right now that are like, well, I don't know what my plan is. Yeah, that's exactly right. Join the club.
Changes daily.
Tracy, how often are we switching things up here and talk? A lot of our conversation, how much of it is, what are we doing today?
249.
What do you think? What ideas do you have? How often do we do that? Seriously.
All the time. We'll stay down here until almost 9 o'clock at night, hammering out a plan, and the very next morning, it's like, you know what?
It's not
E-filing.
Tried it.
It's not
It doesn't
working.
feel right.
It doesn't
Done.
feel right. It's
Tried
not
it.
working. We tried it.
Failed.
It happens constantly.
Right.
It's like, so I will see some people like give some like formula to like, this is how you grow your Instagram account. You know, you've got to do A, B, and C, and D, and E. You know how you grow your Instagram account? You execute daily.
This is alcohol.
It means you post probably 6 times.
And I like
a day.
it
know
to
you're
brush
you're insane. I'm not insane. We don't even
the
get
nail
6 times a day.
clean.
We're almost there.
We're almost there. We're like at 4.
We're at 4. Yeah.
Instagram, like you're posting that much, and then
It's a lot.
you're going on other people's pages and you're adding.
I have Young Nails
That's not
180.
even my plan. That came from
Nails 100.
another company that we learned from and that we've executed on, and it works. But it doesn't matter. It's you have to put in the time and the work.
But even them, huge company,
Mm-hmm.
will tell you it doesn't always work.
Right.
Which was a surprise to us. We're like,
Right.
we've got our pens. We're like, just write everything they say down. They're like, but that might not work. Well,
Yeah.
wait, what?
It's true. In the biggest thing that I took away from, you know, is how to grow our business and our social media. You know what the biggest piece of advice was that I got and that I do daily is test and learn. Test and learn. And so now, every time I have a question of like, I wonder if this will work, and before I even send an email or a text out asking any questions to anybody, I first ask myself, have you tested and have you done the test and learn? Test and learn is basically, seriously, it's this. You try it. Did it work? No. Try something else. But it's
So it's
volume.
not testing. You're actually just doing,
You're doing.
and then going, what were the results?
What were the results?
And learn from the results.
That's exactly what it is. It's what we do here every single day. But here's the trick. Here's the secret.
My laptop died. Like, I like it and don't like it sometimes. The file. Freaking nail, man. Look. You see me struggling with this filing? This freaking hand. And I bought just like the regular one. There's one that you could pose it, but Oh, this stupid nail. I have to take this fucking nail off. Alright, I'm gonna go wash my mannequin off. Alright, so I'll wash my mannequin. I'm gonna move this. I reused the ones I practice with on my practice hand. Just like that. I'm gonna just put this up. And I'm going to dry my mannequin. Alright, it's 3:21. Now I'm just gonna do a top coat. Like, I'm not gonna do anything crazy. Maybe what I'll do, I'll put a top coat on this one and I'll put a color on this one. Just so it can, you know. I don't know why I keep recording and it keeps like turning off. But anyways, I just put some swipe with a lint-free towel thing on, and I'm just going in with some primer. You can do this like Pro-Tube Bod, whatever primer you have before you put top coat. I don't know why my thing keeps cutting off, but I have put the top coat on the Cover Pink and I put primer on this one. I swiped it, then put primer, and I'm going in with the Winter White, and I don't know why my stuff keeps cutting off the recording. Maybe because it's hot, my phone. I've been using it a lot. You know what? I'm too careful with this polish. I'm being too careful. I just need to slap it on because I'm on timing. But I still want, you know, speed, but with some quality. I need to make sure my edges are covered. All right, let me cure that. This is my Cover Pink, looking nice. They're right there. All right. Second coat of this Winter White. And I love winter white colors. Soft white, milky white. Those are like, that's my favorite white. There's something like if you go like that, it helps the gel not be bulky on the nail. And while that's curing, I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna close this. And I could put this away. I like to disconnect my e-file because my kids are here, so for them not to, like, you know, get cut with it, I just take it off. And I'm just putting some stuff away. I'll put this brush away. Put my handpiece away. Put my alcohol in this away. Cover pink away. Alright. Take care of that. Put this top coat away. You can also put base gel before the color, or like I like to put base gel before nail art. Just clean my table. Throw this away. Throw this away. While stuff is like curing and stuff, you can do, you know, other stuff. I have a lint-free wipe right here. I'm going to wipe. Oh, this one actually doesn't have a sticky layer. Look at that. Oh, wow. All right, and I am done. Finito. Just get this cuticle oil. This is just someone I bought Forever 21 a minute ago. I don't use this on clients. Alright. That is my set. Let's see how long that took. Let me put this away. We're putting stuff away and cleaning up stuff. That takes time too. So that is done. Let's see how much time this took us. So this set took me basically from 12:10 to 3:40 p.m. I remember to write my prep at 12:15, but that's when I went in with the sanding band. So before that, I was just pushing back cuticles, so I just put 12:10. And then I was done at 3:39, basically 3:40. That's 3 hours and 30 minutes when I was doing it for 5 hours. So I just cut down an hour and a half. Now I'm going to do this. Now this is not very, you know, like gluing, sizing. Like it was like kind of in between at the beginning. But like from application to hand filing and finishing, I got that more like of my time. So let me write that down. So I actually got quicker than most. Prep was 15 minutes, shouldn't take 15 minutes, but that's good. Like that means I can go less than that. And I didn't even cut cuticles. If it was cutting cuticles, somebody had crazy cuticles, I would have had to cut that, would have been more time. Gluing tips was giving me a struggle, as y'all saw. That took me almost 40 minutes, so I have to work on that. My thing is not focusing. Application for each hand took 33 minutes. You imagine 3 minutes? 33 minutes for each hand. That's crazy. Whether it was cover or speed, cover pink or speed clear, was both 33 minutes. E-filing took 25 minutes. Hand filing took 27 minutes. Already right there, that's 2 hours. Look, that's another hour right there with prep and gluing tips. My prep and gluing tips should not take an hour. So I have to work on getting this new glue and see what's up with that. And then top coat took 20 minutes. Don't know if that's like a good time. Maybe because I had to put this in and it was just like hand filing. It would have been less, but my finger kept coming off. And then top coat and polish, I had to like make sure they're not like touching each other, and you know, and that's just like a plain top coat and a plain polish. That took 20 minutes. If it was like art, French, it would be more minutes. So I'm glad I got that full set done in 3 hours and 30 minutes. I'm going to try this again tomorrow with the tips. Hopefully the tips don't give me and I can knock this time down. I can knock some time on prep. And maybe, I don't know about this, because application to hand filing, that took 2 hours. So let's see what we can do tomorrow. So I hope y'all like this video, and I'm gonna have to do this more often to like practice my timing and just using products I like the Young Nails. I like how it works, and not using color, just using like a plain. That's what I have to work with and have available for me to use, because I had like other polishes that clients could take from, but those are so hard to work with. Not hard, it's just more work to work with. And you know, you want to work with stuff that doesn't give you a hard time. So that's why I'm practicing with this. Tomorrow I'll probably do core white, maybe speed white. That's what I'll probably do. But hope y'all like this video, and let's see how fast I can get in like maybe a week. So today's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. The weekend I won't be able to do any work because I have my kids with me. But next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm gonna try this again. Maybe do it, continue with the tips. I don't know. I really want some like short tips. If anybody has like some good short tips. Even though I don't really want to work with tips, but this is like a good medium active length. But I want some short tips because these are long tips. And I don't want somebody to come in with short nails and I have to cut like the whole tip basically off, you know? So I'm gonna find some, and these are straight tips. These are like the tips I like to use. I don't like to use the curved tips. Somebody likes that, but I personally don't. But yeah, I hope y'all like this video. Let me know what other ones you wanna like see, and like how long does it take you to do a full set, because these took like 4 or 5 hours, not even like with filing. Like filing was probably like a whole day, because it's kind of hard to use your e-file with the other hand. But yeah, like let me know, like try it this way, writing it down, and tomorrow I'm gonna just record it and just not pay attention to like my laptop and like just check the time and not like switch up a video, just focus on this. So let's see how I am tomorrow. I hope you like this video, and see y'all tomorrow. So these are how the nails look. Excuse these shadows, but I like them.